program through the Victims of Violence Outreach Program. You know, so like also like for me, part of this emotional check-in has been also finding a way to transform feelings of, you know, feelings of guilt for feeling that I had access to this resource, but I'm doing something to share that. And part of that guilt has nothing to do with anybody else but my own psyche. And that is why I came in feeling extremely happy and extremely honored to be here, because it's not guilt. It's that I've worked really hard. Like my mother led the way. You know, she was born, she always jokes that she came to be a late feminist, right, Mommy? Are you there? Are you still there?
I'm a late bloomer.
Yeah, you're a late bloomer, but like it was just in time.
I have a lot of respect for men and the foundation they have laid on this wonderful country in terms of institutions, organizations, politics, government, bodies. Men are very necessary, and the legacy of women as well. Yeah. So I cannot truly call myself a feminist because I really honor and love men.
Yeah. No, I have.
But I can tell you, going back to the emotional check-in, I feel, because I am Puerto Rico, USA, I feel like the ocean.
Vale.
It comes in a wave.
Vale.
It comes in a wave.
Vale.
And when the wave comes into the sand and it reaches out and then it retreats, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
A tremendous sense of euphoria reaching out. And then as I receive, I'm left wondering if my message really got through, or like many women in the past, I am coming across horribly misunderstood.
Yeah.
And that hinders the healing process.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think I thank you, Mommy. I hope that you feel invited into my healing process. And I hope that everybody in the audience also feels that let's, as a part of our emotional check-in, let's all find a way to acknowledge some major loss in our life. And just reach out and see who else needs that hug and who needs that love. And also
remember that death and dying are a very normal part of the life cycle.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. This is a journey that we are all going towards. But living a life with purpose is important.
Absolutely.
It's very important.
Absolutely. 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 I feel tremendous joy. And I feel I feel really honored to be able to do this in a public space. And I also feel extremely thankful that I also have the skills to know when I need to honor in a private space. And also, as we know, honor the privacy of my grieving family, and to those who are also working their ways through the shock. So yeah, thank you, Mommy.
Oh, thank you. I love you. I love
you
women.
so much.
I love children. I love this country. I have tremendous respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have tremendous respect.
Okay.
Remember that there is more good than bad in this world.
Yeah, that's a Mommy Julie statement. That's a Mommy Julie thing that she's taught me for many.
Definitely, there are more good people than bad people.
I'm working my way through that. Way through that. Definitely remembering that. And actually, I was just saying before you called in, the beginning of the show, Wayne, our intern, had actually said that same thing. And I found that as a profound compliment. He's like, there should be more people like you. And I'm like, yeah, there are. And I use your words. So I guess in that spirit, I don't know. I'm going to thank you so much, Mommy. You're my first caller live into the studio. So now I know how it works.
You're welcome.
So in the spirit how you were my, the first to serve me a cup of coffee, I feel like this is really appropriate.
You're welcome.
So I thank you.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget the art. Art is a wonderful way of healing.
Thank you.
Involving the arts in the community.
Thank you.
Open spaces.
That's a really great. That's a really great segment.
Reaching out to multi-generations of women and men. And also look for the good in people.
Yeah.
Because it's there. It's there.
Yes. Okay. On those words, thank you, Mommy. I hope you have a good night, and I'll let you know when I post this on YouTube.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna hang up the call now and finish up my show. So,
my love and my prayers to all.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that message with
America
me.
And the world and the universe and the stars and the ocean.
Thank you.
Thank Have you. A good night.
All right. I love you.
Me too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. So yeah. That was that was real. That was real. While we take a second, I'm gonna play a song, a song of prayer, and yeah, I am your emotional check-in, folks. This is really happening. Yeah, this is really happening. And I'm gonna add one last thing over to our, over to our emotional check-in right here. And also acknowledge the sadness. Also acknowledge the sadness. And that feeling the happy and the sad is beyond acceptable. It makes me human. So the human in me acknowledges the human in you, and thanks you very, very much. And this is a song called Gracias a la Vida. This is a song of life, but is a song to me that I know in Puerto Rico of mourning, and it's very beautiful. And I can translate some of the lyrics for you if you're interested, but I'm gonna go ahead and play at least a couple minutes of this song. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Era chilena.
Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me dio dos luceros que cuando los abro perfecto distingo lo negro del blanco, y en el alto cielo su fondo estrellado, y en las multitudes el hombre que yo amo. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado el sonido y el abecedario, con él las palabras que pienso y declaro, madre, amigo, hermano, y luz alumbrando la ruta del alma del que estoy amando. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado la marcha de mis pies cansados, con ellos anduve ciudades y charcos, playas y desiertos, montañas y llanos, y la casa tuya.
Sala in her outdoor area. And the women, the matriarch, sat together after days of prayer, because my grandfather was given both a veterans memorial and also a Catholic memorial. And part of that tradition is praying for several days, praying together. And I remember this quiet moment the night before we left. All of the Didis, all of the aunts, all of the women came together, and we played this song, we heard this song, and it was also performed live from the church that my cousin will be buried in or my cousin will receive a service in on Saturday. So, gracias a ti for listening to this song. it means a lot to me. And you guys tuning in means a lot to me too. So, yeah, something I really struggle with in the realm of emotional check-ins is also having, like, navigating through more feelings than once. And I think I loved what my mother said about the ocean, because think about the ocean, there's the beauty of the tides that come in, but there's also that, I remember as a child putting my feet in the water, or in the sand rather, and when I put my feet in the sand, I remember the power of the ocean pulling back the sand. And you know, like when the waves come back, how you're standing there and you know, you have and then like the sand is just coming down, it's coming down. You feel the earth pulling at you in contrast with the water coming. So that was just, whew, that was really intense. And I really, really like sincerely thank you guys for kind of having this historical moment with me, because something that my mother and I talked about, and something that I was really struggling with, was how the hell am I supposed to grieve at this point? And I knew in the bottom of my heart, I didn't know how shocked I was, to be honest. I went to work the day after and I was in shock. I have wonderful colleagues who really helped me through that. I was just kind of like, just in shock, you know, shell shock. But I'm feeling really wonderful, and I'm trying to like hold that space, something that I love. Emily, she's told me something that was so beautiful. She said, hold spaces. Let me hold this space for my sadness. Let me hold this space for my happiness. Let me hold the space for the happiness that I am healing, and I am helping and publicly educating and doing this show. Let me hold that space for that. So that's been really, really good. So in that spirit, I also wanted to show you guys another resource, and a lot of like, go online and go on Google. Psych Central has this really awesome website about the stages of grief: denial, isolation, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So I don't go in chronological order because I'm a secular person. So that's exactly how I'm feeling. I'm healing very waves. So I thank you so much for joining me guys today. And I love you all so much. And I wish you healing and love